Okay. Think we're maybe back. Yeah, don't update your GPU while streaming. Today I learned. Kind of obvious, I feel like, but you know. Okay. Should be good. Rage. So to make sure. That's the thumbnail. What up, Matt? Thanks for the follow, yo. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm excited for a new league, of course. Okay, what the? Oh, there we go. Are you playing PoE? Or do you play PoE? Oh, ad break in 1 minute. Heads up. I have to restart my stream, so is what it is. Okay. Anything I'm missing? I should just hide quivers completely. Those are absolutely useless. Bows, rune daggers, quivers, war staves. I hide a lot of shit. I think I'll leave some of the weapons up. I say around level 24, you don't need that shit. For everything else. Should be good. Thanks, Mike. You're here. Sorry, I was having some stream issues. Yeah, just axes. if you ever want to pick that stuff up. What up, Goku? Okay, I can. Hopefully it's not me then. Shit. Thanks for the follow. Oh, I gotta launch PoE. Oh. Nope, queue not up yet. I think we're pretty much already done here. I think we're good for leveling. All right, we'll go with this. Call this leveling smite. Put this in the Discord. Filters. What I'll do, I guess I'll upload it. And then I'll also, there's a couple things we can do, right? So let's save it. Right. Yeah, we can't save and sync just yet. Don't ban me. Classic. I mean, I kind of knew that was where that was going, but it's fine. These artists are on the grind, man. Okay. I'm sure you do hope that. Alright, I'm not gonna bother. Alright, let's see. Leveling's done. We do some early endgame stuff too. Honestly, early endgame you can just use never sinks like standard filter for the most part. But yeah, let's do one. Let's do one that's kind of like SSF related. No, honestly, bro, I would just perma him. I've permed so many of those fucking artists, bro. There's so many of these dumbasses. Oh my god. I mean, whatever. I get it. It's just you know what they do, right? They open up like 50 streams and then they like that are like low viewers and then they peddle their shit. Uh, yeah, they're just cold calling, and they're probably like AI artists, bro. I already got cold called hundreds of times. Oh, everyone log in. Can we save and sync it? I'd much rather do that. Yeah, honestly, I should perm them faster than that. He was making me type too. God damn. All for that. I thought with a name like Goku, you know, I was like, well, maybe they're not an artist. Nope. Usually it's like a girly name. Like a pink, because I think they probably think that that's gonna get you better. Okay. Honestly, it's a pretty good queue right here. Yo, what up, Amelana? Thanks for the follow. Rig game roulette. I gotta change these. I've been saying this like constantly because people like redeem them. They don't. It doesn't do anything. What up? You playing Pee Wee? We're in the league launch. I'm hoping one day it'll do something if I actually make use of that idea that I had way long ago. Where is PoE filters again? PoE filter location. My documents, games. Doing well, how about you? Where do you put this again? Pretty sure it's here. Do I have nothing in here? Why is it deleted? Oh, because it's called Leveling Smite. I think that's where it goes. Oh, nice, we can sync now. And what I can do... Item filters... Is an item filter ladder? Oh shit. How do we link to item filter? How do you do that? You know, I should rename this. How the hell do I rename this? Oh, gotta rename filters. What the f... Hmm. Oh, there it is. Smite leveling. Oh, I gotta make a new sync though. Okay. Oh shit. You moving? No, no, you wouldn't yet. I think if I just post this as well. Think that works? I don't know. Oh, you know, I should add a new command as well here. Always a good command to have. All right, that should be good. I think. Let's do the smite leveling. Let's do a bit of endgame stuff. Generally, we only really want. Yeah, we'll look for these three. I'm okay with having these three. Highlight it a little bit. An item slot. I only want to highlight 100 axes. I think we're just gonna be using Frost Breath the entire time, so it doesn't really matter. I'm down to hide some rares though. I'm just gonna hide everything. I'll just note it. Not good for SSF. Actually, I'll leave axes because we might be using those. Yeah, we should keep axes out. I guess we could just hide this stuff, eh? Hmm. I wonder if we should though. Trying to get like, would I ever want to pick any of this stuff up? I don't think any of it really sells until later game. But honestly, it doesn't even really sell early game typically. Even if it does, it's like a waste of time typically to identify and try and sell a lot of this stuff. Just identify stuff that's useful to you, and if it's worse than your gear, you can always sell it. It's kind of how I always went about things. So I'll just note that I'm hiding a lot of stuff. Okay. It doesn't matter, man. Okay. Let me just close a bunch of shit. Okay. In terms of decorator doesn't matter. Vendor recipes, chromatics, small items. I like small items being linked. Wisdoms, if they're stacked, is good. Usually currency stuff is fine. Should be good. And keep all that stuff. Think that's... I think that should be good. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, upload that too. Where's my item slot? Nah, we don't need to. Just armor type. Actually, we don't even need to do that. When I think about it. We're already just only showing them. What over Arthagor? Yeah, thanks, man. Hope you have a good one too. Good luck on your loot. Hopefully we get some good stuff. We'll see. Should be a good league though. Thanks for the follow, bro. And if you want to grab the filters, I'm putting filters in my Discord. I have my plan on my Atlas tree in the Discord and all that stuff. So that's what I'm working on right now. Right. Early maps. Maybe what we'll do actually, range. So you joined. Oh man. Yeah, let's do like 68 to maybe 81 for hiding stuff. At that point, you probably want to have a different filter anyways, but you know. Yeah, cheers, man. Also download it. All right. So we'll have early maps plus leveling, and then I'll deal with later stuff later on. Hey, we've got it. Yeah, should be good. Let me actually note. Uh, it's okay. Yeah, should be good. That way we can just focus on killing stuff and maps. Everything that drops is pretty much useful for us, or could be useful, which I like. You know, it gives that SSF feel while still, you know, being trade. I think this build is gonna thrive on like just random rares. You know, okay, you don't need much. Another thing I want to do is get some trades up. Always good to get some trades up here. So we're going to be looking for first got to make sure to change this to mercenaries, and then cross breath. Do a search and activate live search. I gotta look close some of this shit. There we go. Okay. And then we're doing Prism Weave, I think is a really good one early game. Get that. Jewels could be a good thing to set up. So maybe what I'll do. I'm gonna add a new channel. Trade links, we'll call it, I guess. And then getting a jewel filter going is going to be a good idea. So let's do that. How much time do we have? 17 minutes. We're going to do... So we need intelligence like really badly. Actually, I'm going to add a stack group. Let's just do counts. And we're going to want 3 intelligence. Even strength is pretty good. Resistances we don't really need. Attack speed. There's a bunch of attack speed stuff while holding a shield. Funded melee weapons. I'm gonna do maces or scepters since we're gonna be using maces for a while. Oh, welcome, Emma. I wasn't sure if you were in the chat. I thought I saw you in the chat. I don't think you are. Yeah, whatever. What else do we need? We don't need crit yet. This will change once we're going crit, but we also just have generic attack speed because there is that roll. Elemental damage is okay. I think it's like with attack skills. I can't remember what it is. Let me check here. Oh, also a ghastly or a murderous jewel. I should be looking at those. Oh, also accuracy is big. Actually, let me just delete this one. Global accuracy rating is a big one. Maybe I'll do weighted sum actually. Is it too late? Okay, weighted sum. Block chance is actually really good too. What's V2? What does that matter? I don't know. While holding a shield, one-handed melee is really, really good because that's always useful. So also put this too. I think this is also really useful generally. Crit multi is not that useful yet. It will be, but not yet. Don't need crit chance. Got the attack speed. Increased lightning damage. It's like whatever. Attack damage while holding a shield is good, I guess. Just make sure that this works. Okay, you know what? Let's just do count. Why is this showing up? Oh, because it has strength and int. Okay. This makes sense. You're not done yet? The strength part. Okay, I'm gonna take strength out. Oh, I gotta add life, obviously. What if I did weighted sum, intelligence, maximum life, What happened? Uh, I don't think I'm gonna bother with this. What if we did a 4 mod? It's gonna be a lot more expensive typically, but start with 3. Start with 3, and then we can always increase the count. But I think this is pretty good to start. That should work. Search is no longer valid. Oh, shit. Why? Maybe we have to use a better trading thing. Can you not link searches like that? I thought you could. Let me see. Hmm. Search is no longer valid. Damn. It's not gonna work. Here we better trading. Is that still good, or does that still work? Still have it. So where is it? Usually it's like on the right side, yeah. Oh wait. Hey yo. No, it's not working. Oh well. That ain't gonna work, I guess. Hopefully, maybe it's just not working right now and they'll fix it. I don't know why it wouldn't work though. 7 minutes. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. What the hell? It just doesn't allow typing www allows it to register. What? Oh yeah, wow, okay. Oh, that's Slayer. Champion. What if I can just do register current trade? Early jewels. Wow, they should be able to fix that. It's weird. Seems like a pretty easy fix. Prism wave. Actually, you know what I should do? Ah, it's fine. I was gonna change the max chaos, but we'll have to see what people are selling it for first before we change it. On average, anyways. Register current trade. Then export. Oh, I'll add some more very soon. Well, maybe not very soon, but I will add some more. Give a live search. A live search. Live search. Jewels I'm not gonna bother with right now, actually. And then another big one is gonna be Abyss Jewel. 2 minutes. Lightning damage. 2 attacks. Let me take a look again. Full damage to it. 2 attacks. Oh, we should actually have this be in accounts. Damage to attacks. And there's with start with mace. And then intelligence is good. Strength is good. And life is good. Just make sure this works. Oh, I gotta change the... This is on any right now. It should be online only. Oh, it's a pseudo. There we go. Should not be pseudo. The all attributes is kind of fucking it a little bit. There we go, looks better. Yeah, like any of these jewels are actually pretty damn good early on. Got a bunch of flat damage. If you have a Stygian, good, good, good. That looks good. Okay, so online only, mercenaries. And then register that. This jewel. Early. Say maces. Jewels. This one's set to online. Or not set to online. $102. Oh shit. Q's not moving? Keep moving? Come on, Q. Servers are not online yet. Uh-oh. Okay, let's add that again. Early jewels. Save. Okay. That should be good. For now. And we'll worry about like rares and all that later. I know I realized, I think my YouTube chat was the wrong chat. I missed everyone's chats. Whoops. On YouTube load. Oh. No, nothing's changed. Sorry, YouTubers. If anyone was in here or chatting, I completely forgot to reopen the chat when my league crashed, my stream crashed. Okay, now we got it. Now we're set. And servers are still not online. I'm curious. What are people saying? Is it just me? Am I losing frames? Oh no. There's no way. Fuck hell, bruh. Get your shit together, fucking Shaw, man. I'm losing a shit ton of frames. It says no outages, but it feels like there's a fucking outage. I mean, my shit's loading a little bit. People in? Oh, my shit's lagging hella hard, man. Oh, we have an hour still. Okay, okay. Thought it was like right now, bro. Thank God. I don't know if you can even hear me, so I think my stream is lagging, right? Let's see. Maybe it's just .com. Oh shit, that's a bad site. I did a speed test on that. Dude, my shit is so bad right now. I don't want to lose my spot in the queue if I restart my router. Motherfuckers, man. Ping is 1099. That's not good. Do you, is it lagging, Mike? Do you hear me right now? Fuck. I think it's good now. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, if this continues, plus there's an outage, or there's no outage, then that's a problem. And something's wrong, you know? Yeah, I could maybe call. I was thinking that too. Yeah, it just depends. I mean, like when things go down in the area, right? What can they really do? It's like it affects everyone. It's not just me. But if it's a continuous issue and it seems like it's just me, then I'll definitely be calling. It's good right now though, so I think it was like a temporary something. Temporary outage or some shit. Oh, my internet's good now, so but no, not really. Yeah, it's fine. His max hit is pretty low early on, but that's to be expected. We could always turn determination on, but I'm not worried. This is level like 78, just getting to maps. No flasks. I'm curious about something. Yeah, it's so much less damage. Frost Breath is so good. Like double, I mean, it's literally double your damage, right? That's why it's so strong. Obviously, yeah, if you have like an insane elemental axe or elemental weapon, it can maybe compete, but for like maybe 5C, how can you go wrong, right? Double your damage. And it has attack speed, which is so nice. And it has the res roll, which is actually super nice. Maces are a little, it's fine. Honestly, and chilling as well is actually a defensive mechanic. Being able to chill everything you hit for pretty big chills. It slows them down so you can attack from range and kind of stay at range. And then I think the Merc is going to be really good for keeping the heat off us. Because when you're melee, getting stunned is actually like a death sentence. I mean, that's the case for any class, but because we don't have near unwavering stance at all. And as we get more like life and armor, stunning isn't a big deal, but early on it will be annoying. But get like a tanky Merc with Enduring Cry on him. My Merc is going to be either one of these auras or a Determination aura, or a Grace aura is okay too. And then hopefully want him to have maybe Smite plus Enduring Cry. Apparently the Templar marks are really good, according to Ziggity. He said he was testing the Templar mark and they were going crazy. So maybe run a Templar mark with... He'll have like one of these auras probably. He seems like they can run Enduring Cry as well. Have him have Smite, and then we can use a Transfigure gem. And hopefully he keeps with us. Apparently you can like convocate them, which is cool. I'm sneezing a lot. What up, Sang Venu? Thanks for the follow. There's a lot we can do with Mercs. I'm pretty excited for Mercs, man. Apparently they're actually tanky, according to Ziggy. They actually survive if you have a tanky Merc. If you give them some life on the gear, they scale life like crazy, apparently. They have like insane life scaling. I think they're going to be legit. I think they're going to be super legit. Plus we give them Fortify. So they'll have 20% damage reduction. Like I think in the end game when we're doing like Ubers, they're going to be right with us. Smacking the Uber down. Well, we'll see, maybe not. Some Uber's attacks are literally one-shots, but maybe not. Maybe they can survive it. Maybe they'll be alive and we'll be dead. I wonder if we're dead and does the Merc still fight? Probably not, right? If the Merc still goes while you're dead, that would be so funny. If the Merc like clutches the fight. Oh, I'd love to see that. That'd be so good. Also, I should show this, but like getting Lucky Suppress early on, and you have just like one roll in your gear, you can get a shit ton of Suppress. Let me actually just show this off. Maybe I'll save this in the POB. And Suppress is not that rare. Like when I was doing my leveling, I got like a bunch of Suppress gear early game. I got a really nice piece, a chest piece. Although it's obviously you can't get it on armor, so you probably need like a armor evasion base, but honestly what I might do instead we'll just put mid-roll suppress. And you can see our suppress is like 64% without intervate. What is it called? Inveterate. Inveterate. I always thought it was innervate. Inveterate. Okay. And you get inveterate. You're 96%. That's basically 100%, you know? You can just run Lucky Suppress. And I'll just add hypothermia in here. Just to show you can use hypothermia. If you look at the damage difference, 789 versus 799, 10k, so whatever. If you have a 2 red, blue, green, which is extremely easy to get. You know, and this is enough to do even red maps, honestly. I mean, ideally you have a little bit more than that, but you can still get more life and stuff still. Well, not really. Can't really get much more percent life. But should be fine. What up, Beetle? You're off in 2 hours? Nice, bro. That's not bad. You'll be a little late, but only like an hour. You'll be chilling. Yeah, we're almost there, man. I think, yeah, I think I like this mid game a little bit better. Write that in. How long till it drops? 30 minutes, man. 33 minutes to be exact. Hell yeah. We're almost there. Edit. Save that. Level 86. Maybe it's a little high level for early maps. Yeah, it's fine. What are the best nodes to cut? I wonder. These ones. Actually, let me and of course, int is an issue again. God. Sucks to have to like be stuck on a level 10 Wrath. Let me just see something. It's a big difference, but it's fine. Basically, try to get some int on your shit. Try to get some strength on your shit. Attributes are definitely the most annoying part of this build, I gotta say. Because we need all three. And we must get decks from the tree. Ah, well. You could also just, if you don't care about the DPS that much, just do determination instead. Especially again with the Merc. I think, ideally, I think what we'll get is a Merc with Wrath. Maybe I'm gonna add this specifically. What have I done? Try to get a merc with Ras so that we have less int pressure. That POB is actually a little old. Let me update that. I constantly are I'm updating my POBs, so I mean it gives you, it's not that old. Let me just finish this text. We have less in pressure, and then we can run determination. Yeah, I think that's definitely the play. Get a merc with Wrath. We run anger, and we also run determination. 100% that's the play. Increase their max hit by a lot. Just super nice early on. Yeah, I think that's 100% the play. Hopefully it's not too hard to find a good merc. Here's a new POB. Freshly updated. Let me actually update the Discord here. There we go. All right. I think that'll be good. Around 500k. It's pretty reasonable early on. We can get way more, especially with flasks. It's just reasonable gear. This is good enough for now. We should be able to do red maps with this easily. And of course, we're getting. I wonder how much Perkles toe. I should actually add that. I wonder how much that's going to be this league. Bet you it's actually going to be kind of expensive to start. Everyone's going to want one. Let me add that. Definitely going to want a Perkles toe. What else is really, really good on a Merc early on? I think that's like the main thing. I think that's the main thing. That's like cheap, you know, everything else is pretty expensive. Double check here. Legacy Fury is expensive. I think. Let me see. Here we. I'm curious, what was Perkle's toe? It was probably like literally 1C. Funny people were buying it. It went up to 3C. Starts at 10C. For the aura stackers, I guess. So it's gonna be like 100. It's gonna be like 100C or some crazy shit, I bet, bro. Everyone's gonna want one on their merc. I mean, it's just free damage for the merc, anyways. That'll be funny to see, but it's like a tier 4 unique. Like my filter blade? Yes, I can. It's also in the Discord. But I got you. Yeah, I got a leveling go. Actually, how do I do? Let me know if this works. Try to go here. And see if you can subscribe to it, because I did add it in there. Let me know if it works. I don't know if it works. It'll be called smite leveling. And then also, if you want to join the Discord here, there's some more leveling filters and stuff, or some later filters. Get you the invite. I have filters, I have trade links, I have Atlas tree, and I'll keep adding stuff. Update my POBs constantly on it. It'll be a good place to just keep up to date. And if you have any questions, of course, drop them in there. Need any help with the build, I can help. Nice. Oh, welcome. Absolutely, Momo. Hey, Beetlejuice. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, I was looking up Legacy of Fury. Let's just see. Might obviously, it probably will go up in price. Okay. I'm like doing the wrong thing here. Legacy of Fury. Because this is like a restricted drop, I think, right? It starts at 30C. What does this drop again? How do we get this? Legacy of Fury. Oh, Maven. It's a Maven drop. Okay, yeah. So it's not bad. It's not Uber Maven. This will be actually worth a lot of money early on. Straight up. Nearby enemies are scorched. Like, holy shit. This on your Merc is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. That'll be one of the things you buy somewhat early when you have some extra currency. You can juice your Merc up a bit more. Urkel's Toe plus Legacy of Fury is like reasonably budget, powerful Merc, I'd say. Gale Sight I'm not sure about. Maybe. I think it'll be good. But how do you get Gale Sight? I think it's just... Yeah, it just drops from anywhere. I don't think it's a super rare unique either. They told you the unique tier level here. You do have like a place for it, but Gale Sight's pretty cheap. Gale Sight might be worth using on the Merc when you're going crit, because then he can inflict brittle for you, and if he's inflicting brittle, you're getting the crit chance as well, because it's just an ailment. So the enemy has brittle on him, you're doing more crit to him. That's a pretty nice deck. And I think a big thing is just making sure the Merc has life rolls on his rings and amulet. I don't think you need much else than that. I don't think don't worry about rarity early on. Like, you can do some crazy rarity shenanigans, but you know, he's giving the enemies 50% increased life, so make sure he's, one, gonna live, and two, gonna give you damage. That he's pulling his weight. Not sure if that's gonna work, Spider Gear, but What are you saying? Cyclone or Cyclone? It will be good. It will be good. It's definitely not a very mechanically good skill in terms of damage because it just, hits once. Whereas Smite hits twice, right? And scaling on the gem isn't that high. But in the end game, if you just want like comfortable hold right click, yeah, it's gonna be good. Just not as good as a league start. And then obviously if you're fortify stacking, you're probably not league starting. You're, transitioning into some expensive stuff. So you can do it. Smite as well, 100%. Smite's gonna be good with fortify stacking. Fortify stacking in general is gonna be nuts, man. I haven't really I do have a fortify stacking POB, but you can see like the damage is not there because I just haven't pretty much I just plugged and played some uniques that are good for it. Some Mage Blood because yeah. Just solves res really easily. And the LE max hit. And that's the biggest problem that I can think of that we have to solve is the LE max hit because we don't have the jug node if we stack armor. But I've seen some interesting POVs where they go obviously they get the cluster jewels for aura reservation and then they go CI and they just go ES. It'll be interesting to see. But you can see like this has insane max hits and effective HP. DPS again is low, but there's probably ways to increase the DPS beyond what I'm doing here. I think I'm probably going to want to not bother with a shield and just replica dream feathers and or stack armor and skill armor that way. But something I'll mess with later on, probably like after a few days. Depends on how much currency I make early on, where I can start messing with it or see what other people are doing. Have the POB? Oh yeah. There's been a lot of updates. In the Discord, what was I doing? In the Discord, there's a bunch of POB updates. I keep that updated. Oh yeah. Main thing I've done recently is just add like an early maps tree to kind of smooth the progression a little bit more because there's a pretty big jump between this and mid game. So yeah, same to you, Momo. I believe, man. I think we're gonna be rich as hell this league. I think this league is gonna be juicy. I think DGG are like apologetic for their neglect of us. So they're just giving us crazy gear, crazy loot, crazy mercs, crazy power. Just letting us have fun, letting us go wild for this league. So I think it'll be a good one. It'll be a fun one. Might be too much progression too quickly, maybe, but that's fine. One sec, let me get some water and use the bathroom. You're gonna rush heist? Yeah, heist is really, really good for early currency. You cannot go wrong doing some heist, man. What up, Court? Someone bought my build video. Might give it a go. Hell yeah, man. It'll be good. It'll be good. I did some leaks testing already with like a level 68 character. Well, I leveled it from like 1 to 68, purely using smite pretty much. I use a little bit of like throw weapon or whatever you call it, spectral throw. To put in the notes. It's a little bit better early on. But it was super smooth. I did it in 5 hours, the whole campaign, and I wasn't going super fast in terms of like my ability to go through it, you know. But it was like adrenaline is crazy for leveling. You go so fast, and you have tons of damage. And then as soon as I hit maps, I tried a yellow map with like my crappy axe. I could clear it, and then I ran. I put on frost breath and I could do red maps at like level 67. So yeah, we're gonna be chilling. And max block is so good. I mean, it's not super max block, but you can get more spell blocking this with some jewels or something like that. Is there? Oh yeah, or a better shield. Budget's good, man. Like this is my early map gear. So Frost Breath, I think is going to be 510C. Prism Weave obviously is nothing. You don't need it, but it's good to have. Maybe it'll be a few C early on. I don't know. And then everything else is just random rares. Like you can see, I'm max res. I don't even have a config set up for here. No res on this. No res on this. No res on this. 1 res on this. No res, or a little bit of res on this. No res on this, and some res on this. Because we get a ton of res from the tree. We get a Lyra, of course. So that frees up a lot of affixes, you know, makes it really cheap early on. And then Frost Breath is just double damage. It just lets you do a ton of damage. And then Mercs are going to give us a lot of damage too, right? With Wrath. We get a Wrath Merc. He'll help a lot. Get a Perkle's Toe. Might be expensive though. Get a Prismatic Tincture, doubles your damage basically. You don't even need a especially good one. Elemental damage is just so strong, man. You can't go wrong with elemental damage pretty much. There's so many ways to scale it. Get some flat damage on your rings, on your amulet later on. There's a lot of good annoyance as well. I don't even have any anoint yet put into this. So, oh yeah, we're chilling. And then it's going to scale super hard. Right, this is slightly better gear with the taming. Rating a mill. Tincture up. And the gear is still not good. And then early end game. I'm hoping we can get a okay, I'm actually sorry, we're doing more than that. We're doing 4 mil. I was like, wait, that's kind of low. Yeah, we're doing 4 mil. I had to change my loadout. Because at that point we're gonna have better gems, right? And a 6 link. So yeah, we're gonna hit 4 mil in the mid game with pretty cheap cheap gear. This is like maybe 100C. We'll see. Taming might be expensive, right? That's like the main thing is the taming. In terms of like the cost of this. Everything else is still just cheap gear. Nothing crazy. And then early end game, I'm hoping we can get like a cheap Paradoxica. Something like lightning damage plus crit, which is technically it's bricked. Thanks for the follow, bro. But it's good for us still. You don't need a prefix roll. The main thing is getting a good suffix, getting like crit chance or attack speed. Again, just using a taming. Now we're hitting 10 mil. The tincture up. Nothing else. And then end game it gets crazy. End game we're hitting 38 mil. Just tincture. Good Paradoxica, a yoke. Still nothing crazy for rares. And then of course we have some good jewels. Lethal Pride, Light of Meaning, Watcher's Eye. Only a 1 mod. So still trying to keep things like reasonable, This is my week 1 goal. And hopefully I'll be doing tier 17s with this. Might be able to do tier 17s with the early endgame version too, but 10 mil's a little low for tier 17, I feel like. But our effective pool is pretty damn good, so. Is the defense good for tanking? Yeah, so early end game, or even just mid game, we've got 90k effective HP, 15k max hit, 35k LE hit. It's nothing insane. I wouldn't say it's like the tankiest build, but it is still tanky. It's still good for early on, you know, without crazy gear. This is also without Molten Shell checked, so Molten Shell is obviously going to help a lot. But we can't really rely on Molten Shell always being up, right? So it's not fair to check that off. And just being block, right? Having close to max block. We can actually get max block early on. I don't know why I don't have that. Okay, I still have this crap shield, that's why. Why do I have this crap shield? I don't know. We should have a better shield by now. In the mid game. I guess I just didn't fix this yet. But you should have a max, like 65% spell block, which is a slightly better shield. Around 63% roll. And yeah, you're tanky, man. You're gonna die very rarely, if ever. You'll probably die on occasion. I am like more of a softcore player in general, so I am doing some softcore stuff. Another thing though, we won't need to run Wrath if we have a Merc with Wrath. So we can actually run Determination instead. And you can see it's a huge amount of max hit now. So that's what I'm gonna do, right? Is not run Wrath and run Determination instead and use the Merc with Wrath. And that also frees up a ton of intelligence bullshit that we have to deal with. That's the plan for that. Right, because we don't need automation at like... Well, I guess automation is not the problem. I think it's Frostblink. Like, we don't need Frostblink at level 20, right? That makes intelligence not be an issue at all, which is super nice. That frees up a lot of stats. Obviously the Merc is still a little up in air, so I don't want to change the POB to put the Merc into too much of consideration, right? But for sure, that's the play. Run Determination, let the Merc give you Wrath. Use the Smite of Divine Judgment, let the Merc smite for you. And then this is just better clearing. Yeah, it'll be tanky. Yeah, Saphosis for Paradox Farm is what I'm going to do too. My Atlas tree. Where's my Atlas tree again? It's in my Discord here as well. Oh, I was not showing any of my bad. I'm so bad with the streaming still. I was like showing my POB in my mind or in my on my screen, but I wasn't showing it to you guys. Yeah. In mid game, we can hit some pretty big max hits, good effective HP, and this should be higher with a shield that would actually make sense to have at this point. Generally, you want to get a spiny round shield with roughly just like a tier 4 roll. We'll put like some life on it. And then you can see we're at 65% max spell block, over 100k effective HP. And this is still not expensive. Like, this isn't crazy gear, right? This is all self-craftable stuff. Or purchased for like 1C. And that's what I like the most about this build, honestly, is that it does not rely on any gear besides like a Frost Breath to just give us a bunch of damage. And then taming is great to have, but not a necessary thing. Very good starter, very good SSF build as well. If you ever want to play SSF, I'm going to try playing hardcore SSF later on in the league, I think. And then, yeah, this is my Atlas tree. I'm going to be rushing the Jund points. This is going to be for later. I'm going to get the Jund points first. I'll get Essence, Strongbox, I'll probably skip Strongbox until I get corrupted, actually, but get the Essence, get the classic Shaping the Skies plus Kurak missions, get all those, upgrade the Essences. Yeah, this will be a good tree, I think. It uses 114 points, so you don't need to, like, kill Maven or anything to make this work, right? This is just going to be straight up early on. I like Expedition, just because it's very easy to do without much point investment, right? All you need is this wheel, basically, and this. You don't need this wheel. This is a nice to have, because obviously we don't actually want Gwenin. Gwenin sucks, but it's not necessary, right? The biggest thing, in my opinion, is getting logbooks. Logbooks are so big in terms of making money early. People run logbooks, and they buy logbooks for like 40, 50, 60, sometimes a div even, depending on the logbook and the eye level. Logbooks are great currency early on. And then, of course, you can craft your own gear with ROG, or you can just sell the currency if you don't want to bother with it. You can sell the stuff you get from them. And then Tues, obviously, just get currency for free, which is nice. John is going to be super important for us, because like Momo said, you're going to want to farm Paradoxica and hopefully get your own, you know, I don't know, Betrayal's bullshit in the past. And like what you had to do to make it work. Hey, what up, Perceptic? You tested it? Nice, man. Yeah, I was doing some testing too, and it felt really good. Even going into maps, like, it was smooth. It was super smooth. I'm glad to hear you had a good time with it too. I'm excited to play it, man. And I like the sound of Smite. Like, Smite sounds cool, looks cool. It has good clear, especially with +1 strikes, it's going to go crazy. And with the Transfigure Gem is like pretty nuts. And we can just have a Merc doing Smite for us. We can have a Merc giving us Wrath. We can have a Merc giving us perk. Like, oh, the Merc is going to be so good for us, man. So, 2 minutes. Then Adrenaline is crazy for leveling. I have a link to this planner? Yeah, in my Discord. Does that work? It doesn't work? Okay. What up? Let me add my Discord in here. I have it in my links list, but let me get you that. I thought I added that as a... Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, there's a link. And then, yeah, I have Atlas Tree. I have a filter as well for leveling. If you want a leveling filter, I have a early mapping filter. I'll have some endgame filters later on, too. And, yeah, it should be good. Have some trade. If you use better trading, I have some a trade thing as well. Ton of stuff. Oh, I think Champ is